Also just learned a Tuscaloosa County judge has denied the stand your ground immunity motion for a man accused of killing a Tuscaloosa police officer. Luther Watkins is charged with capital murder in the 2019 shooting death of Tuscaloosa police detective Dornell Cousett. ABC 3340's Mary Barron joins us live from Tuscaloosa now. And Mary, this decision brings Watkins one step closer to facing trial.
Yes, Muriel, that's right. Trial is actually set to start in just a few months. Now, this is also after multiple attorneys have taken on this case.
Is that the judge found that Mr. Watkins was not eligible for pre-trial stand your ground immunity, in other words, to have the case dismissed without a trial.
Luther Watkins is facing life in prison without parole in connection to the shooting death of Tuscaloosa police detective Dornell Cousett back in September of 2019.
Luther Watkins fired the fatal shot, but he did so in self-defense.
Defense attorney Gary Bloom says there is no video evidence of the encounter, which leads the defense to reconstruct what happened. He tells me the defendant, however, was at a friend's house playing cards when Officer Cousett, who was not on duty, showed up.
Investigator Cousett showed up after being twice told to wait for backup. And that Investigator Cousett got out of the car with his gun drawn, that Luther Watkins ran inside and that Investigator Cousett pursued him, and it's known that Cousett fired 2 shots and Watkins fired 1.
Bloom says Watkins was also struck in the upper right chest. He says the shot fired by his client hit Investigator Cousett in the face.
That the first shot was from Cousett and it struck Luther Watkins in the back as he retreated or fled or whatever inside the house. And then that the second and third shots, one from Watkins and one from Cousett, were virtually simultaneous.
Detective Cousett was later transported to the hospital where he died. The death of this 13-year veteran of the Tuscaloosa police force mourned by many in West Alabama. The state must now prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Luther Watkins committed capital murder. The trial date is set for September 2nd. Live in Tuscaloosa, Mary Barron, ABC 3340 News.